Welcome to another exciting episode of The Ravens Flock.
Yes!
It is Saturday, July 23rd. We are 7 days away from wrapping up the month of July. We're still burning in this horrible scorcher of summer, and we
Stay cool, build boys.
And we have returned from our well-deserved vacations, whether it's on a boat or at a con. It doesn't matter. We had fun. But now it is time to sit down and discuss what's been going on in the world of geek and nerd culture. I'm your host, Jose Casabona, also host of Wrestle Rewind and founder of this awesome channel that you are watching and that you are subscribed to. Joining me on my left is the man who literally came out of a boat.
Yes.
The host of Los Amigos Play, a man with a million opinions and zero apologies, the living id, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Thank you. I drank more alcohol than I should. I ate more food than I should. I watched a lovely ice carving contest, and I lost about 2 or 3 layers of skin in the burning sun.
It's true. I need to get a little mini vacuum after we're done to hose down and the dry skin flakes.
That's not fluff in the carpet. That's literally like a whole layer of me you're breathing right
Fun
now.
fact, if you get audiobooks of Angel Mendez for any subject that you study in school, you will stand a higher chance at passing your midterms.
Or, being thrown into an institution.
Well, that too.
I'm on a list.
Or being hung up by a Twitter mob.
And joining me on my right is the host of the Block Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you very much for that introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the Mister.
Domo Origato, Mr. Juancho Robato.
Oshitashimashite.
Ohayou gozaimasu, Wancho-san.
And much like
None of
all
us
our
got
other
the
shows
fuck.
on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and twitch.tv/theravensflock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen underneath the X symbolizing that we've been doing this for 10 years. 10 years, and we have reached a higher plateau thanks to all of you.
Not a plateau. A plateau is a level area. We've reached a higher level.
We've
Higher
reached a
peak.
higher plane, a higher level. We have ascended.
And we continue to ascend for you folks.
Yo-
And because of you.
And
Don't
leave-
mind if I abandon my flesh and abode into the light realm.
That's
and,
not flesh abandonment. That's skin cancer.
and of course, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content. And of course, leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer them during the duration that we are live.
I see Tiffany Washington, Nikki Bella, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and Kuritsuti Rando-san up in the chat. Hello, folks. Welcome to the Ravens Flock. I see
Thank you
Tiffany
very
was
much
saying,
for joining us.
I was hoping you guys would do this because it screamed Daddy fucked up really bad. Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, goodness.
And Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, of course, is saying, I love the smell of geek and ego in the middle of the night.
Well, of course. We have, of course, you have the geek, you have the ego, and you have the super ego.
Wait, that makes me the id.
No, yeah, you're the...
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you're right. You're the id, Juan's the ego, and I'm the super ego.
Yeah. Also, this smell of geek is good because we actually mind our personal hygiene.
It's
and
true.
Take showers.
If you guys know us from...
Wash your ass!
If you guys know us from the beginning, the Ravens Flock had started our campaigns against Confunk.
Literally, in 2013, during MetroCon, we actually perused around all Saturday, giving out a whole bunch of,
Toiletry items.
toiletry, I want to say
items.
good body hygiene items.
Dozens died due to unexpected allergy complications, but the thought is what counts.
Now, that being
And it was free, so they can't say they burnt any money on us.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much for the hugs and kisses and the heart emojis. I appreciate that. Thank you.
As usual, your continued support and your voices and your ears being lended to us gives us, proper propulsion and motivation to keep going. Because as long as even one person out there in the world can hear our voice, we will continue on our mission.
And
Now, I want to say this right now. I don't take any pleasure at all in cramming a bunch of wrestling news on this program. I try to keep that minimized as much as possible.
Well, to be fair, though, to you and to your work, wrestling is a form of pop culture entertainment. So it is inevitable that a bit of that would bleed into these. So feel no shame. Think of it as a big river that is connected to a bunch of smaller rivers.
Well, thank you, Angel. That's very understanding of you.
And then the monsoon season comes in India and hundreds of people drown as their homes are washed away and destroyed in horrible tides of muddy, filthy
you're
water.
losing track of the analogy.
You're losing.
I'll never forget the Indians!
It's
That-
okay. They haven't forgotten either. But it's okay. They've repaired, they've restored, and they're living better lives now. And I appreciate that. And I I am very proud of the Indians for it.
And much like them, the talent and the staff of the WWE are certainly going to be living better lives now because it has been reported literally yesterday. Yesterday, Friday, mark it on your calendar, July 22nd, Vince McMahon has announced that he has retired from the WWE.
Gentlemen, I believe there's only one song that really fits this occasion.
Which that?
Na 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 na.
Hey, hey, hey!
Goodbye!
Na 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 na.
Hey, hey, hey!
Goodbye!
At the age
So long, clown shoes.
At the age of 77 years old
Ah!
and looking like he's 177 years old, Vince McMahon has taken his wrinkly behind and lifted it from that chair where it surely has been fused to this entire time. And after getting the industrial crews to like chisel his buttocks off it, he has stepped outside, leaving behind his daughter, Stephanie McMahon, as currently the head CEO and director of WWE.
Actually,
Oh.
there are new developments in
There
the
are new
wake of his retirement.
But before we do that, let me briefly timeline everything that's been going on with Vince McMahon.
Please do.
Briefly.
Yes, in the month of April 2022, that is when the WWE Board of Directors launched their investigation into Vince McMahon over the missing $3 million of company funds used to pay off a former WWE paralegal.
Oh, Christ.
And then and then around that time in May, that's when Stephanie McMahon wanted to take some time away from the WWE office to be with her family, to take some time away from that. And she was aware of the investigation. And then the Wall Street Journal broke out the news initially that Vince McMahon was being investigated. And since
In June is when they broke it out.
in this June is when they broke it out. And since then, the following happened. Vince McMahon waved his dick around by showing up on SmackDown to open SmackDown and literally
Yep.
say absolutely nothing. He did it again on Monday Night Raw. The Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, John Laurinaitis, was put on administrative leave.
Because he was part of the problem, too. You see, this affair that Vince McMahon was having with the unnamed paralegal, which, according to Vince, was totally consensual, even though it was totally a dick move and a power play, trying to taking advantage of a subordinate.
And even if it was consensual, bro, why are you spending $3 million on hush money?
Go on.
John Laurinaitis, the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and walking charisma vacuum, somehow got a piece of the Poonie action himself because, according to the testimony that was sent to the WWE Board of Directors by a friend of this paralegal, that person was passed over to John Laurinaitis, quote, like a toy for him to have the affair with her as well.
You know what they say about beer glasses, but it's like money glasses, but it's not really like beer glasses at all.
And then a second article from the Wall Street Journal revealed more details on the investigation that Vince McMahon paid off. What was a total of $12 million to more than four
other women on
four
top
other
of
women
this.
on top of all this.
So this is basically his modus operandi. Cheat on his wife, $3 million, don't talk to me again.
Yeah. Yeah.
This cannot possibly go. What do you mean everything is going wrong?
And then since then, more stories have been coming out on allegations against Vince McMahon,
Christ.
and more news, and then more media outlets are trying to like corroborate those stories together against Vince McMahon.
Thankfully, we've just been trying to keep everything as cliff notey as possible.
We're trying to keep
basically giving everyone like the quote unquote the idiot's guide to this news story as best we can. We first broke the first part of this down live with our buddy Andy Signor on there trying to get his take and his opinion
Vince
on it.
McMahon has temporarily stepped down from his duties as CEO and chairman and appointed Stephanie McMahon as the interim CEO and chairman. Chairwoman. Whoops, sorry.
Remember, folks, chairwoman.
Chairperson.
No,
to
no,
be
no.
more
They said chairwoman, because girl power. Like, as if that's going to stop the bad press
Listen.
that he's getting by sticking his willy in the company.
Dog, I ain't gonna lie to you. This will not make people forget about the $12 million
But at the
you
time,
wasted.
Vince was still involved backstage with creative.
Yeah.
At the
Oh,
time.
yeah, he was still.
Which, if I recall, has resulted in yet another unexpected exit on top of his.
No, we'll get to that.
we're
We'll
gonna
get
get
to
to
that.
it.
And then fast forward to this week on Monday Night Raw, Titus O'Neil, an appointed ambassador of the WWE.
Former wrestler. Basically, like, imagine if Terry Crews was a wrestler, you have Titus O'Neil. excellent
Last time I saw
person.
Terry Crews, he was doing a Honey Not Cheerios commercial. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
All right,
it's pretty.
Titus
like,
O'Neil
he's a
opened up-
very nice guy.
Titus O'Neil opened up Raw basically trying to say that WWE is free from politics, free from religion, and it's fun for everyone to enjoy.
Except
if
for
the-
when
what-
we had smack down your vote, except when we had the right to censor, except when we had the Ministry of Darkness, except when
Every
we had
demographic gang in the Attitude Era.
Hey guys, what if I decide to make a wrestling who is all about politics and religion? What if it's like Senator Armstrong if he was a
We already
priest?
have one. His name is Joe Gacy.
Well, there you
He's
go.
a woke dude who has a cult.
Well, there you have it.
And, na-
I'm just saying, I want Senator Armstrong to be in the ring.
and now we fast forward to now. Vince McMahon is retired from the WWE. He is no longer, he is done with his operations as CEO and chairman. And according to the news sources, he is also removed from backstage creative. He's not involved with WWE in any capacity whatsoever.
However, that is the official channels, though.
I actually want to read off the official quote-unquote statement that he said on the corporate website of World Wrestling
Oh, yeah,
Entertainment.
it's a letter to all the talent and staff at the WWE.
Yeah, to
One,
everyone.
if you would like
To
to
all
read-
the women I didn't get a chance to stick my wrinkly sausage into. God damn it.
No.
God damn my
Ron,
quads.
go ahead and do it. Do it in your best Vince McMahon voice ever.
Oh boy, here we go.
Folks, be sure to write in to the Academy for this one. Because I'm going to fucking earn
Let's
it.
put our bike downs for this.
We're going for the Oscar.
As I approached 77 years old, I feel it's time for me to retire as chairman and CEO of WWE. Throughout the years, it's been a privilege to help WWE bring you joy, inspire you, thrill you, surprise you, and always entertain you. I would like to thank my family for mightily contributing to our success, and I would also like to thank all of our past and present superstars and employees for their dedication and passion for our brand. Most importantly, I would like to thank our fans for allowing us into your homes every week and then being your choice of entertainment. I hold the deepest appreciation and admiration for our generations of fans all over the world who have liked, currently like, and sometimes even love our form of sports entertainment. Our global audience can take comfort in knowing WWE will continue to run and to entertain you with the same fervor, dedication, and passion as always. I am extremely confident in the continued success of WWE, and I leave our company in the capable hands of an extraordinary group of superstars, employees, and executives. In particular, both chairwoman and co-CEO Stephanie McMahon and co-CEO Nick Khan. As a majority shareholder, I will continue to support WWE in any way I can. My personal thanks to our community and business partners, shareholders, and board of directors for their guidance and support through the years. Then, now, forever, together.
Guys, throw up some trophy emojis in the comments right now. Do it. That was really freaking awesome, Wancho. Good
Okay,
job,
so context-wise, that was a lot of fucking barnacles, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
That was some barnacles right there,
That,
SpongeBob.
that was the most download corporate speech.exe horse. You could replace a bunch of words from that and you could put it into any single business in the world.
Remember, this is the same Vince McMahon who, after saying his speech on Friday Night SmackDown, went backstage and literally yelled "fuck them" at the guys accusing him.
Let's be honest. The official channels say that he's stepping down. The news say that he's stepping down, but he put his daughter in charge of the company, and he's still a stockholder. So you bet
Not
you-
just a stockholder, the majority shareholder.
the majority shareholder, which means that even when he's not in the chair, his ass is on the chair. Every time that Stephanie sits on that chair, she will feel the warmth of her father's liver-spotted buttocks upon her.
Oh, that shit ain't liver spotted. We unfortunately know this for certain.
Oh,
But
never mind.
wait.
Remember the Kiss My Ass Club?
Yeah. But wait, gentlemen, there's more.
Of course there is.
And in the wake of this corporate shakeup,
If you heard.
John Laurinaitis has went from administrative leave to outright being fired from his position and now appointed as Executive Vice President of Talent Relations is none other than
oh.
former multi-time WWE World Champion.
I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I gotta play it. I'm sorry, Jose. I gotta play it.
Well, give him a sec.
Just
play whichever one, it doesn't matter. Hang on.
Preparing the Krabby Patty. Bless you.
All right, play.
Seriously?
The cerebral assassin, Triple H, is the new Executive Vice President of Talent Relations.
You know, on one hand, I really should have expected this to happen. No way he wouldn't, miss the chance to make a graph for. Was he assigned to this, or did he was he pursuing?
He was the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations before he went into a cardiac episode and
shit.
Over. So he's back into his original duties, and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H being involved might actually be good for the WWE. First of all, Triple H has a good eye for talent. I mean, thanks to him, like the NXT Black and Gold era was a proven success.
Okay, props. Credit where it's due. If he made that shit work, I can respect his talent.
And Stephanie McMahon, say what you want about her, at least she's not as crappy as her dad.
About that.
God damn it.
Oh no.
About that.
I was about to say that maybe
no,
your daddy
it's okay.
should away from her.
I can actually. What I'm going to say is not horrible, but it's also like she's not quite as squeaky clean as you think.
All right.
Of course
Last
not.
night,
You seen that family?
Last night, on the Friday night edition of Friday Night SmackDown, Stephanie McMahon made her first address as the chairwoman and co-CEO of WWE by basically coming out and starting the show by saying this is a golden opportunity, and as Vince McMahon went ahead and said thank you to all of us, I think we should take this time to say thank you to Vince. So
I'm gonna go ahead. Gonna go ahead and say that he's
her dad.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that she's putting this off for appearances, because there is a slightly positive touch on this. Once again, is the fact that, as you guys have told me and shown me repeatedly, Vince is old, and his style of management has not been doing the business any favors as it is. So Triple H has an eye for talent.
We're going to try not to get striked. That's why we only played it for a short bit there.
Yeah. And Stephanie has an eye for daddy issues. This is an opportunity for her to essentially tell Daddy Dearest to go fuck himself. Because now she has the money, the power, and the influence to do better than him. And what better prize is there for a child than to surpass their parent? Also, this is a good way to stick it for him for cheating on her mom. How many times now?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
That many times.
But
So
more important,
I'm not saying that I'm banking on the petty and cruel side of human nature. I'm saying that I'm 100% banking on the petty and cruel side of human nature.
okay, but to Stephanie McMahon's credit, and yes, I know jokes have been thrown around. Yes, let's get the joke out of the way. She started the women's revolution.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, it's like.
But I will give her credit where credit is due. She
It's
did
an old
pitch the
joke.
idea of, making certain moves for the WWE's women's division. The pay-per-view that they had, the all-women's pay-per-view that they had in
Evolution.
2018. Evolution. That was awesome.
Well then.
Yeah.
So she
And
has potential to make good business decisions.
Yes,
The
she
question is
Joey
whether she'll
Lilly,
follow
I
up with them.
see Nikki Bella, Adriana G is up in the chat. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Adriana was saying that was totally a PR move written by the great writers that write WWE.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Someone paid intern with a napkin in a McDonald's parking lot.
I wouldn't say that. Get a load of this, Angel. Did you know that Freddie Prinze Jr., the actor, used actually also worked as a writer for WWE for a few years?
For real?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty weird, ain't it?
It's kind of bizarre
that
to see where like
bizarre? It is
the
bizarre.
path connects. Like that one time somebody told me David Hayter wrote and directed both the X-Men movies and the Guyver movies.
Right?
Yeah.
That is so bizarre. David Hayter, Solid Snake. He made the Guyver movie. He wrote it, and he wrote
Also,
the
apparently
first X-Men movies.
he took the smart decision. He's not touching that NFT shit anymore.
Good. Good. Thank you, David Hayter.
You're-
You are once again the savior from the military cyberpunk future, Solid Snake.
Also,
okay.
props to him for actually doing something for the fans. There's apparently this VTuber called Pomu, who is a big fan of Metal Gear. So for her birthday, he and the voice actor for Otacon got together and did this
Christopher
whole,
Randolph.
Yeah, they did this whole elaborate message just for her. It was pretty cute.
Yeah, but getting back on subject, and in the wake of Vince McMahon retiring, one of the WWE superstars has basically walked out on SmackDown that same day, and that is former WWE and UFC heavyweight champion Brock Lesnar.
You may remember him as the inspiration for the Armor Titan in Attack on Titan.
Or if you actually follow pro wrestling or UFC, you may remember him as the big blonde doofball psychotic muscle man who's a freak of nature.
He's like
who's all
80%
the
torso.
hype, who is all the hype.
He is the hype.
And he does live up to the hype.
Unfortunately, he's not very happy about the fact that Vince stepping down might put a risk on his exclusive contract with the WWE. What do you mention? He had like a special benefit going on?
Yeah, according to Brian Alvarez from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Brock Lesnar was basically pissed when he heard the news of Vince McMahon retiring, and he said in these words, if he's gone, I'm gone.
Now, is loyalty involved here, or is there something more
There is
material?
There is
A little bit
loyalty
more
involved.
loyalty thing,
A little
yeah.
bit more loyalty thing. I think that Vince McMahon has an exclusive deal with Brock Lesnar because Brock technically isn't signed to an official contract with the WWE, but he's
What?
But
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. Don't relax. Ratchet
Do you
down,
think
my
that he's
friend.
also an independent contractor?
Let me explain. He likely has an exclusive deal with Vince McMahon and being paid per appearance.
So he makes more money than the average wrestler just by essentially showing up.
Yes.
So, have we received any confirmation whether that
Because Brock
exclusive thing
Lesnar
is-
puts butts in people's seats in the arenas. He does sell out tickets.
You can't deny it. The man makes the money, and if you put him in front, he'll make the money. But here's the question, though. If that was the case, why not simply keep the contract exactly as it is? I mean, if the guy
Because
gives you the
he's
money...
finicky. He's like worried that with Vince not being there to be his intermediary on stuff that his position is going to be ratcheted down. Like Brock Lesnar has one of the best sweetheart deals that professional wrestlers could ever ask for. He gets paid per diem in appearance. He doesn't have to be committed to any sort of storyline. He can go in and basically do whatever the fuck he wants.
You can just click and drag and drop him anywhere.
Exactly.
He's the type of file that works in any operating system. He's like,
Yeah.
we have a storyline, fuck the storyline, here's Brock Lesnar all of a sudden.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the main issue of it all. Brock leaving would throw everything in a wrench because SummerSlam is about a week and a half away, and
Oh,
SummerSlam is one of their
shit.
next week, and SummerSlam is one of the 5 major pay-per-views in the WWE. SummerSlam will
damn.
be in Nashville, Tennessee next week, and their main event match is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the undisputed WWE Universal title.
But what happens if Brock Lesnar just quits?
Oh no, let me get to it. Brock Lesnar actually did show up on SmackDown to close SmackDown off with an F5 to Austin Theory, sorry.
Okay.
And remember, Vince McMahon doesn't like first names.
And according to reports from Fightful Select and from WrestleVotes, the executives in the WWE are trying to keep Brock Lesnar from leaving the WWE. But as far as SummerSlam plans go for the pay-per-view, everything is currently in flux.
Now, Adriana G has a question here. They're asking, didn't you guys say WWE was having financial issues? Do you guys think this could be a PR move coming up with controversy for attention? No. This is what's happening. Brock Lesnar was and is very jittery about his position in WWE, about his contract, about the deal that he has, because Vince McMahon is no longer directly involved. So he's worried that with Stephanie and Triple H now taking the reins, Nick Khan, he's really there for the business side of things.
I'll get to Nick Khan in a bit, but go on.
Like, Brock Lesnar is really more interested in making sure that he gets his money on there. I doubt that that's part of any sort of storyline. I doubt that because in the actual shows and the programming, they're not mentioning the actual lawsuits. They're not mentioning
Bet
the
your ass they're not going to
investigations.
mention that.
And we were mentioning that that the investigations that were going on it's still ongoing as far as the internal investigation of Vince McMahon sticking his willy and paying off people with money. But the other lawsuit that Vince was having with the former commissioner of the XFL, he already had that settled. He settled that about 2 weeks ago, so he doesn't have that issue. The other issue was that when the investigation hit and all that stuff was going on, that the WWE stock had dropped by $500 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
That hurt
they're
to
on
listen
their way
to.
up in that respect by having Vince McMahon step down. He wouldn't have written that sort of flowery fucking goodbye letter. It's like they said, it's a fucking PR move written by one of the writers on there.
It's a copy and
Did
paste
I say
document.
Bunda?
Yes,
Bunda's
as
up
Bunda
on the
said,
chat. Bunda's up.
WWE needs Brock Lesnar more than Brock Lesnar needs the WWE.
Facts.
That
Yes.
is true. Like, the moment that man leaves, he's taking a massive amount of both his fans and the money and the merchant. The whole thing is like, it's it's weird. Like, wait, okay, so Brock is stated to show up for this SummerSlam this week.
This coming
next
week,
week,
yes.
yes.
But he made it quite clear that he has no intention of staying beyond that point. So this could actually be, ironically enough, an excellent point for him to exit. Think about it. He shows up at the biggest event that they can put for the summer, gives the best performance he can, and dips.
Bounces.
That would actually.
Who can possibly keep up with that after it?
No, you know what? That is actually a good possibility. And yes, WWE does need Brock Lesnar because they don't have megastars like John Cena or Bryan Danielson, who is Daniel Bryan anymore.
Yeah, John Cena's
And-
doing movies now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Roman
he's quite
Reigns.
the peacemaker.
And Roman Reigns, as successful as he's doing right now, WWE pretty much backed themselves in a corner with how they're booking Roman Reigns as the top champion for both Raw and SmackDown.
It's true.
It's
And
kind of weird how WWE ran off into this. For a business that is so big, it feels like they have a surprisingly naive mindset. Because think about this. How long has WWE been going on? How many years has it been
Yes.
around?
Yes.
Exactly. It's older than many of us can even remember. It was around when we were fucking born. And somehow, in between all the bad business decisions and shady backroom deals and Vince trying to put his bumpy bratwurst in every hole that he could find that wasn't the one that legally works with him by right of God and church, I'm getting ahead of myself. Somehow it didn't occur to me the idea of two things. A, time passes and people age. And B, what if these superstars decide that they can get a better deal somewhere else? Like, look at John Cena. He was the face for years. He always played the face.
Yeah.
He had his own theme song. He had a rap career. But he still ran into the same problems and issues that a star of the wrestling world runs into. Physical problems, psychological problems, money problems, my company treats me like shit problems. And then suddenly he goes, what if I just go make movies? And oh shit, look at all this money I'm making. Look at all this fame and glory. Look at all these fans
I get what
have.
you're saying.
Look at all this, I don't have to kill myself anymore.
No, Angel, I get what you're saying, and I think Juan was about to offer a counterpoint.
I wasn't, actually. I was letting you talk.
Oh,
Like,
okay, never mind.
imagine how many... Hell, The Rock did the same thing. Okay, fine, he made a bunch of stinkers, but it's The Rock.
The Rock made a couple of stinkers before he hit on
He
there.
found his stride.
But he got his
Before his
start.
stride.
He got his start as the Scorpion King.
How many wrestlers who are now like in the Hall of Fame could literally go, what if I just go make movies? What if I just get into film? Hell, Batista.
Yeah.
Yes! Batista's Drax.
All they have to do is literally go, hey, studios in Hollywood, do you want big, heavy set man with massive muscles, some good charisma, and the ability to act at least mildly okay? Give me a script. I do this. Hell, you don't even need one. Remember how Steve Cold Stone Give
Cold
Me a
Steve
Beer Austin was the bad guy in The Expendables?
Yeah.
He barely had any out of line, but he just had to show up and you go, oh shit, it's that guy.
He's pretty good.
Like literally go to Hollywood and go, hey, I don't want to kill myself anymore. I got muscles, I got a relatively good looking face, and I got enough charisma to put asses in seats. Give me a script.
No, I get you, Angel, but but I want to double back on the other co-CEO of the WWE, Nick Khan.
Before we do,
I'm currently
I wanna
high on
answer
drugs.
something here. I want to answer something over here. Bunda, I get what you're saying. Bunda's over here saying if Brock Lesnar no shows SummerSlam, it just opens the door for Hulk Hogan to make his return.
Oh God, no!
He's really wanting Hulk Hogan.
We
to come
was
back.
frozen.
Never happened.
He was frozen today on that ideal. He can't let it go.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, Bunda, but that brother is no longer part of the
All
brotherhood.
right, so Nick Khan. Now, Nick Khan is a man responsible for the streaming service deal that WWE Network has with Peacock.
So billions of dollars right there.
He's also responsible for the current TV deal with Fox for Friday Night SmackDown.
Here's a
Billions of
few more
dollars there.
millions.
And he's also responsible for the many, many, many WWE budget cuts on the talent for 2020 and 2021.
Okay, not so many billions of dollars.
Oh no, but you see those budget cuts and those firings and all that, when those got cut, all the money that was saved from paying those wrestlers out got tabulated over as profits for that quarter. So when the quarterly shareholders review comes up, like, look at all this money we
Line
saved,
went up.
made. Line went up.
Line went up.
Pretty much. So,
So-
in short, Nick Khan, for better or worse, is money smart. So, yeah, him being co-CEO with Stephanie McMahon, however you want to see it, can be a benefit. I mean, they probably see it as a benefit for
But here's the
themselves.
thing. There's two things that we need to mention. Number one, co-CEOs in any sort of corporation almost never work. You need one person in charge, one final deciding vote, especially
Ironic.
with a board. If you've got these two, if Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan ever butt heads on any sort of deal, if she's got one saying who's got the other, who's the tiebreaker?
I think
There's
Stephanie
gonna be-
No,
Triple H?
hang on. I think Stephanie McMahon would break the tie because, in the end, she's the chairwoman.
Also because she has Triple H on her corner.
Thank you for that, but I wish I remembered.
I watched
sec-
it with him.
The second thing that we need to remember, even though Vince McMahon is no longer an executive for the WWE, he's still the majority shareholder.
Yeah.
He's still in charge. He still has like 97% of the ownership stake of the company, meaning all the money still goes to him. All the profit still goes to him. And as far as shareholder control is concerned, yeah, there are other companies and there are other corporations and other interests and other financial groups that have a say in there. But he still has, I say no.
Yeah.
No.
He has retired in name only. Finally, I have all the money I need so I can silence more women to have sex with me. Sir, can't you just hire an escort? It's not the point.
It's about sending a message.
What
The message is I've got an incredible dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get you, Juan. I get you. He's Vince McMahon is still involved in some capacity because he's a majority shareholder, despite the fact that he's currently battling an investigation that he put his dick
That
in.
man is only gonna stop being in control when he dies.
Pretty much.
That's actually
That's
exactly
actually what
it.
many people predicted. He
Wait,
was
no.
he was gonna die in the chair.
After he dies, he's just gonna leave a bunch of like VHS steps with recorded responses.
You know what
Insert
else?
in case of this.
Now that being said,
I think there's two things. Actually, no, there's one other thing that we need to remember here.
Eh.
All this would have never happened. None of this would have ever happened if Vince McMahon couldn't control his willy. So in the end, Vince screwed Vince.
Forget the Montreal screw job. This is the Vince self screw job.
Hey guys, you know what else I like talking about?
Okay.
What?
Kicking a person when they're down.
Yeah, that's
Which
funny.
is exactly what happened on social media. I want to bring this up because,
Oh,
man,
God
this
damn
guy
it.
has no chill, and he couldn't even wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing that you should know about Twitter and social media in general. The one thing that you never want to do is become the main character. You know the
Especially not
one.
on Twitter. That's where nuance goes to die. I need to answer this over here.
ahead.
Adriana, they're talking about Jeff Jarrett and Ric Flair as Mr. Geek Me Out because Ric Flair's had his final match coming. Adriana, yup, he's still majority shareholder, and he's just not going to be on TV anymore, period. You're right.
That's
and he's
even
not
worse.
in the chair. He's not in the head of WWE anymore. And Kuritsuri is saying Vince is still going to be showing up every so often. Fuck. No, he's not.
No, he's
if
not.
he knows what's good for him, no, the fuck he's not.
The
If
best
he
part is
doesn't.
that he doesn't have to show up anymore now that he's incognito, because you know that people have the memory of goldfish. The moment we don't see him anymore, he's going to start doing stupid shit in the background.
But on the subject of people showing up other people,
and showing
no.
their ass.
the current All Elite Wrestling CEO, Tony Khan, took to Twitter on the same day in the wake of the announcement, tweeting out, and I quote, "Thanks to you wrestling fans and your great support of AEW, I'm grateful to now be the longest tenured CEO in pro wrestling. Thank you very much to every single person who watches AEW on TV. See you Friday night for AEW Rampage on TNT Drama, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 10 Pacific tonight."
You know, you shouldn't brag about a position that you got literally by default. And then he proceeded to do 5 lines of coke, jump out the window, and hump his way through an entire concrete wall.
No. This following tweet is what really gets me because holy shit, what the fuck?
This is blindingly stupid.
Yeah, I know. He puts out another tweet saying, "Harvey Dent is dead.
What?
The Joker took the best of us and tore him down. Now Batman's taking the rap to cover for Harvey's legacy, which means that it's now time for Friday Night Rampage
Wait,
on
what the
TNT. Thank you to everyone watching AEW on TV tonight."
I don't want anyone to tell me that the ownership of All Elite Wrestling is better than the WWE ever again. Because that fucking coked out dweeb doesn't know how to shut the fuck up. Elon Musk doesn't have shit on Tony Khan in terms of crazy. All Elon Musk does is he wants to spread his clone babies out to populate Mars with his stupid genes. Nick Khan, Tony Khan over here, the motherfucker won't shut the fuck up. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I'm trying to understand how sentences number 1 and 2 match up, and there's like this very big disconnect.
Well, they machoke. You're asking why they match up. And that's a machamp.
I am fucking lost. Wait. Hang on a second.
What? Please
If
don't break
Harvey's
Angel.
supposed to be Vince, then who's Batman? And who's the Joker? Because that means that the Joker is the executives that went, wait a second, who's wasting all this money? and that makes Vince Harvey. But then Batman is supposed to be like his daughter because she's not taking the fall. No one's taking the fall.
John Laurinaitis is the Joker.
John Laurinaitis is the Joker
Fuck
again.
him.
But
No, that's giving him too much credit because because the
You don't wanna
Joker
insult
has
the Joker.
charisma, even though he's sadistic and vile, whereas John Laurinaitis has zero charisma.
But
He
who's
is, you know how
Batman?
Twitter goes to
I think Tony Khan's trying to call himself Batman.
You know how Twitter is where nuance goes to die.
yeah.
John Laurinaitis is where charisma goes to
The
die.
black
But
hole
that
of
being
charisma.
said, like, wow. Okay, first of all, Tony Khan is horrible on social media.
He couldn't
cannot-
wait 3 seconds for the corpse to cool off before
Couldn't
pissing on the grave.
I
He's
know.
over here saying he must be having a huge mega pint to this one. Like,
Jesus, man.
yeah, he's having a mega pint of liquid cocaine. He's
face into like a box.
no,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
got a freaking 20-pound lard tub full of black tar heroin, and he's just downing that stuff.
My goodness gracious. Like, yeah, no, I agree with Juan. He may not be a shitty human being as Vince McMahon,
But he's a shitty.
but he's a very bad
Executive.
executive.
This man's. Let's just say that when it comes to entertainment, he's like fucking bottom. Like in the WWE, the career of wrestling is filled with businessmen and entertainment and a combination of the two. Somehow this guy landed on the complete opposite. He just landed on the businessman side and nowhere else.
If you don't take it seriously, his tweets are fucking funny because it's funny to see someone jam their foot in their mouth.
This man is deranged.
Yeah, no, that's why everyone's like, yeah, Tony, go get. It's like the freaking Musk Bros. It's like everybody worshiping Elon Musk's turd farts. But like, oh yeah, he's so cool. Look at all the memes he's rocking. But like, the guy's fucking stupid. He's impregnating his own employees and having them have his babies so that he can use them to colonize Mars.
Behold, more money than common sense. That is some straight up supervillain shit. I'm almost
Yeah.
impressed, honestly.
Almost. Whereas Tony Khan here is literally, like you said, he's a freaking jackhammer full of cocaine.
He's going
and
through his
stupid.
floor. You know what? I'll be actually impressed if he makes cars that don't break down every 5 minutes.
So now,
Give me a
in the-
decent car, and I might give a shit about what you're
so
saying.
now
Mike.
this battle, or as the toxic fans want to call it, yeah, this battle between the WWE and AEW is now stems
Christ,
down to
what the hell?
the son of the billionaire who's a coked out freak versus the daughter of a billionaire who pioneered the women's
Let's
revolution.
be honest, she's probably cocked out too.
No, actually, she's not. Thankfully.
Oh, she's clean.
Yes, actually, she's clean.
Thank
Believe
fuck,
it or
we might
not.
get some good decisions here.
Like, believe it or not, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, they lead a very healthy lifestyle.
Straight edge, for real.
I wouldn't say straight. Like, of course, you know, you'd have your drink, but they don't do drugs.
Oh.
They don't need to, and Triple H, he doesn't need to anymore because he's not wrestling. And but Stephanie, the only sort of chemical implantation she has is 50 cc's of silicone here and 50 cc's of silicone right here.
Huh.
That's it.
I'm honestly impressed.
That's it.
I'm so used to seeing rich people fall into the dankest depths of debauchery the moment they get some power.
No, they've
that
got
it's-
children. They have a family. They have a life and stuff.
Seeing a person who is rich and famous and not completely fucked up in their personal life is incredible.
It's a
Well,
fresh.
it's more
it's-
fucked up because like she's got to deal with her dad's wandering wang.
Oh, wait, that's the reason then. You know how they say, like, parents who raise children under very strict circumstances get children who are rebellious, while parents who give them too much freedom get children who are more strict because they want a form of, order in their life?
That kind of makes sense.
This
I
is
guess
like
that's
an
why
extreme
Shane
version of
McMahon
that.
went ahead and moseyed on away from the company. Like, I don't need this.
To be fair,
I'm gone.
I wouldn't want to be related to a father like that.
That being said, folks, let us know in the comments right now. What do you think about the developing a story of the WWE? Will this new management structure help the WWE? It's too early to tell right now.
It just happened. It just
no
happened.
more kissing Vince McMahon's ass. Yes,
you.
no. Goodbye to the Kiss My Ass Club. You're
I
right.
mean, if he has those $3 million available.
God damn it! Like I was about to say, like, okay,
Don't
if
you
you're gonna
need
pay me
12 million?
okay,
It's 3 per women.
if
so.
you're gonna pay me
Oh, you're
$3
right.
million, it better be for something that I can at least say that I don't have any shame in doing.
Oh, no, with that much money, there's going to be some shame involved no matter what happens.
I guess
All right,
you're
well,
right.
let's go
I'm
ahead and
sorry,
move on.
Adriana was saying, oh yeah, no. I was over here. Like, the only chemical is CC's or is Stephanie McMahon a clone? Like the news, let's start some controversy.
Ha! No, I was just talking about how she's got boob jobs. That's all.
Boobies.
It's okay. It's like I ain't knocking anybody for body modding. That's okay.
SpaceDante.jp.
Yeah.
Have you seen she's got?
No, yeah, no,
nice
those
tetonas.
are. I've seen some bad implants in my time. Hers are. Let's just say hers. She paid for the quality she got.
Yes,
Indeed.
indeed. Now, that being said, Juancho, let's go ahead and move on from this because I'm pretty sure you're done having your mind destroyed by the old pervert and the crazy coked out guy.
Yeah, but I don't got anything, so you can go ahead and keep talking.
All right, so Angel.
You keep talking.
All right, we will
You keep talking, man. You're.
All right, we will
Another one.
No, the only thing that I really do want to actually give out is one minor thing that I do have to update for con-wise. Oh, what's up?
Go ahead.
You're over here giving me.
No. I'm giving you my attention. What is the cons-wise update?
Okay, it's not crazy. It's not the end of the universe, and this is a little bit more local, folks. So if you know, the Ravens Flock has had its humble beginnings at covering anime conventions in the Florida con community. One of the more prominent conventions that we go to is Holiday Matsuri, the biggest holiday-themed anime festival in the world, hosted every year in Orlando at the Orlando World Center Marriott, which is, by the way, the shit. Anyway, it was announced last week that Holiday Matsuri was going to have their reservation block for the Orlando World Center Marriott hotel reservations open today. It has not opened today.
Oh, no.
As a matter of fact, dude, and I can personally confirm this information for you guys. So I don't have an exclusive. Blinky, can I put it up? Can I put it
Sure.
up? Give
You
me
can
5
go
seconds.
ahead and put it up.
It's not a song or a trailer. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get copyright written for this one. Fuck you, Square Enix. You can't tell me what to do. So while Juan is fighting that shit, I would like to take a brief moment to once again thank our beloved listeners. It's difficult to actually understand the structure of our job, but I assure you, our chaos is somewhat controlled. As I stare gazingly deeply into Juan's enormous buttocks that they shake in my face with the power of incredible gravity, I cannot deny the fact that it is only because of you guys being here that we actually achieved anything at all. I'm not saying that if you weren't here we wouldn't do this, we would do it anyway, but we appreciate knowing that, our efforts are bearing fruit. It's important to know it.
Of course, absolutely. Now, that being said, yeah, I do have a bit of news that we will talk about a little bit later after Juan's done covering this part, and that is the announcement of John Wick Chapter 4. But we will get to it.
That is correct.
Contain
Okay.
thine excitement.
You see it up here, folks?
Look at that.
This is an
Big and
exclusive little micro headline
Like a strip club sign.
from the Ravens Flock. And I can confirm this to you personally. So if I'm wrong, you come back to me and I will own it. However, I can confirm to you as of right now, the room's availability for Holiday Matsuri, which will be on in the weekend of December 16th through the 18th at the Orlando World Center at Marriott in Orlando, Florida. The room reservations will be opening up on noon Wednesday, the 25th.
Huh,
Right? No,
surprisingly
actually
early.
no, 27th. 27th.
The 27th.
Yeah.
Because Tampa Bay Comic Con's on the 30th.
July 27th at 12 noon Eastern Time is when the reservation block for Holiday Matsuri opens up for the public.
Every man for himself.
Every man for himself. I am expecting the website to crash and burn. I am
It happened
expecting the Holiday Matsuri website, which is still currently under repairs, to go full Hindenburg. The
401.
humanity.
The 401s called the H crowd.
The burning and destruction of Valhalla.
It's not a place, it's a con. Wait,
It's
shit.
okay. By the way, Nikki Bella, it's okay. We can see the Juancho's ass. Featuring the Juancho's ass. We can show that stuff. It's not the end of the world, Nikki Bella. Don't
What
worry.
else is asked that we can
So
show?
next time.
That we can that we're going to be watching?
We're going to double check over here. Is it Steph the Alternerd's birthday? No, I don't know if it's her birthday.
We don't know
I've
her
never
birthday.
asked. It was a song ago. Oh, yeah. No, that was me. Let me see. I'll be at Tampa Bay Comic Con. No Ravenflock. We're gonna be at Tampa Bay Comic Con.
I'll cover this part. The
But
Ravens Flock will be in attendance for Tampa Bay Comic Con on Saturday, July 30th at
So
the
next
downtown
week.
Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida.
You can expect to see all three of us. So, Angel, I'm gonna spot you with gas and parking. Jose, you're gonna spot with lunch, and we each get our own tickets.
I'm down.
We down with that?
That's cool.
Sure, I don't see a problem.
We up with the get down?
I'm
Groovy.
down with the get down.
So we're gonna go, and we're just going to be at Tampa Bay Comic Con for a couple of hours. We're gonna take photos, take videos, say hi to folks if we recognize them. I'm hoping to see some.
See, I'm smiling, Juan. Look at me. I'm smiling.
Okay, smile not like a deranged nutball. Hold on, you're up at like a 9. Break it down to like a 6. Okay.
We need
let's see.
slightly more ibuprofen, slightly
There
less
we go.
Adderall.
See? That's the smile. Smile.
Translation.
Smile.
If it
You
was
fat cunt.
You fat cut. Ah,
If it were-
fuck, you beat me to it.
translation, were it not for the laws of this land, I would have slaughtered you.
Now let's
God.
All right, let's go ahead and.
But yes, the exclusive is Hall Mat Rooms open at noon Wednesday, noon Eastern time. So go ahead and go for it. Every man for himself. We're gonna get ours and screw everyone else.
All right, now let's go ahead and talk about something even equally exciting, like the upcoming John Wick Chapter 4.
That's right, baby. After months upon months and many unexpected delays due to COVID-19, we finally got a solid 1-minute trailer of the resurgence of Keanu Reeves' eternal ass-beating crusade as John Wick 4 Baba Yaga. The trailer was fairly short.
It's John Wick Chapter 4. Baba Yaga is the name.
That's all I saw on the trailer,
What?
on the poster, Baba Yaga.
Oh my God.
Which, I mean, it's pretty fitting when you think about it. The trailer itself was fairly short, but we got to see fist fights, sword fights, and at one point, John bends a dude over, pulls out a pair of nunchucks, and turns the man's head into fucking hamburger meat. It's great. The tagline seems to be from one of his opponents saying, "No one, not even you, can kill everyone." This is being said by Hiroyuki Sanada, who plays the antagonist Shimazu, who tells John, after the events of John Wick Chapter 3, the organization of the killers known as The Table finally has it out for him after he killed like 1 million of their dudes. And you can check the trailer on YouTube right now.
It's available thanks to another convention that is suffering from attendance problems.
Oops.
Because they don't know to invite the Ravens flock up in their shit. That's San Diego Comic-Con.
Well, didn't they say that Odin had ravens as his messengers?
He did.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you court upon the ire of the old father. Stupid!
Yeah,
Con,
idiot.
Die! If you don't have the Ravens flock at your convention, expect your con to die a horrible dog's death.
This isn't a
So
threat,
that's
this is a
our
statement.
plug of actually having us be at your next convention.
Please give us passes.
Or your convention will suffer.
This
greatly.
isn't a threat.
Not from
This
us.
is a statement.
No, it's not a threat. It's not a statement. It's a promise.
Yeah. So, getting back to John Wick.
As expected, the trailer showed that we have many of the actors of the previous movies showing up. We have Ian McShane, of course, as Winston, manager of the New York Continental Hotel, Lance Reddick as Karen, and Lawrence Fishburne as the Bowery King, the head of the underworld. However, we got some new characters here. We have Bill Skarsgård from It, and Donnie Yen, of all people, the Ip Man
Playing
himself,
Kane.
as Marquise and Kane. We also
yeah.
get to see famous voice actor of Lex Luthor, Clancy Brown, in an as of yet unnamed role.
Well,
Lance
well-
Reddick is Charon.
Okay, well, I
Yep.
want to stop you for a second because I think we've been known that Donnie Yen was going to be involved in the John Wick Chapter 4 movie because there have been reports that were released a long time ago.
I know, but I'm just so excited because Donnie Yen is amazing.
He is.
Almost any movie he drops in, you can get to see some amazing martial arts. And the movie has been stated to come out on March 24, 2023. For
So
those who
stay tuned next year, folks. Next March.
For those of you who've forgotten, the first John Wick movie came out in 2014, giving Keanu Reeves his first big hit in almost 15 years. He's just been doing kind of small films ever since, and propelling him right back into the spotlight as the most wholesome serial killer the world has ever known.
He's not a serial killer. He's an ex-assassin.
Right.
Ex-assassin.
You know, for somebody with the word X in it, he's doing a lot of current assassinations. I'm
That's
just
because
saying.
he came back for one reason only, to avenge his poor puppy.
Well,
No.
unfortunately, once again, the world is a string of dominoes, and the death of one dog turned into the death of... Hang on, I gotta look up the numbers. Real
Oh
quick.
my
Right.
God!
No, you're fine. But then we got the sequel of John Wick Chapter 2, which continues from where the first movie left off. Like Angel says, you know,
There were consequences.
there
to
are
him returning.
consequences, you know, and John Wick was given a painful reminder, so he sets out to try and complete a task that was that he had sworn to from a former partner,
from a former mob boss that he was indebted to.
only
More
to
the
be double crossed.
More
So-
to the point, it culminated with John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum.
If
as
you
in
wish
Stick
peace.
Feast Pacus Parabellum.
If you want peace, prepare for war.
where John Wick
Is the most wanted man.
in the world.
Ironically, in John Wick 3, he has the least amount of kills.
Right?
So in John Wick 3, he killed 84 people. In John Wick 2, he killed 90... sorry, I messed up. I made a mistake. In John Wick 1, he killed 84 people.
Hang on.
In John Wick 3, he killed 94 people.
And in John Wick 2,
128 people.
Holy shit!
Hold on.
John Wick has killed
84 yeah,
299 people in total.
Damn!
This man has more kills than actual armies in like war and conflict.
John Wick single-handedly became the #1 exporter of lead in the world by exporting it directly into
People's heads. And now we get to
Headshot,
see,
boom, headshot,
which I
boom.
hope will be the big dramatic. Apparently, this is going to be the final one. The big dramatic conclusion. When
It
I'm
has
fine
to
if we
end.
ended here.
As much as I love the John Wick movies,
Please
Every
don't drag it
story
out.
must come to an end. But that
Don't
being
drag it out too much, because at this rate, we're just going to reach like fucking Dragon Ball tier levels of, and then John fights the whole army, and then he goes to the Middle East, and turns out that the Taliban is part of the table, and now John Wick has to murder the entire Taliban, but then finds out that they were part of the family of criminals that control the Taliban. So now we have to kill every single Pakistani on earth, and then John
no,
Wick has to fight
Afghanistan.
Miss Marvel.
Afghanistan, you're losing it, man.
And John Wick goes back to New York, and he meets Miss Marvel, and he's like, she's a nice girl. And then he has to kill her family because they're also
No! Jesus!
kill the entire Marvel. John Wick kills the Marvel universe.
We
Coming
already
soon.
had that.
No, we're doing it for real now.
Oh my god.
No! Okay, look.
John Wick needs to find
need
the
to
biggest
watch Ms.
pencil in the
Marvel, you
world so
will
he can
love it.
kill the Scarlet Witch.
All right, let's move on before Angel loses it.
We already had that too. It's called Deadpool 2.
I'm just saying.
Barakapool goes
I'm,
bye-bye.
I'm just saying that John Wick could actually kill Deadpool. Now,
Probably-
whether he'll stay dead,
probably?
no, but he
I don't know, man. That's a big statement to make, Angel.
He could. Because
I
Deadpool
think-
has no focus.
I think that truthfully, Deadpool would just be too like. You know what? It would be an honor to kill you, to be killed by you. Please, right in the head. It's all right, and I'm ready. I've made my peace with the world. Vanessa knows that I love her. I've done everything I've meant to. If I die by your hands, beautiful Keanu Reeves, man, I will die happy.
Do you have a pencil? I have a pencil.
This doesn't feel.
That will be beautiful.
This doesn't feel right. So how about that samurai movie?
Oh
But-
god, I almost forgot
Isn't
about
it 47 Ronin?
it. It is.
Point in case, we have almost a year of wait before we get the big dramatic conclusion to the John Wick series, and I, for once, am 100% down for it. Which is why we're gonna watch that Bullet Train movie in a couple of weeks, so we can prepare for it.
Oh yeah, and folks, let us know in the comments right now if you're excited for John Wick Chapter 4, Baba Yaga. Honestly, Keanu Reeves' body count in the John Wick movies is higher than his kicking ass body count in the Matrix movies.
At this rate, like I don't even know how we're going to like.
Now,
There is
remember
so
how many people he kicked ass in the Matrix trilogy?
plenty of people, except that like most of them were like one guy, so I'm not sure if that counts.
Does it count?
If it's
Okay,
like one dude,
okay,
it's like shadow clones but with meat.
Okay, actually, that's a good question, folks, and I want to throw it up to the audience here. Do you think that Neo from the Matrix, that his body count counts for having killed more people than John Wick, or does the fact that the majority of those people that Neo killed was just copies of Agent Smith, so it doesn't count?
To be
mean,
fair,
it is a
Give us a
computer.
1 if you think it counts on the chat, 2 if you think it doesn't count.
Go. Thinking back on the movies, the most kills that Neo had was during the first movie where he invaded that building and killed all those security guards.
That's true. And then
Also-
he killed agents, and then he killed exile programs, right? The ghost guys and
Yeah.
the other
Yep.
vampire
Wait,
werewolf
then again,
guys.
does that count if at the end of the third film, when he purges the program, he literally kills all the Smiths?
Yeah.
That's true, because then all the Smiths also had taken over everyone in the Matrix.
That is the
Oh
population
my
of an-
God.
That is like a whole planet's worth of population there.
Like, and even though it's not part of the original trilogy, Resurrections, he does have a kill count there too.
There you go. So yeah, no,
So-
he's killed. Like I don't think it counts because
Does it count?
like
does
is
it
it, if
not?
it's one person because
So-
it's Agent Smith. So like
It's like
it's a gray
it's like
it's
the
a green
technicality
area.
thing. Okay, so far Nikki Bella thinks it counts.
All right.
Let me see here.
Let's put that
Neo's
down for the
doesn't
count.
count, says Kuritsuri.
I think you
I
can
don't
get away with
know.
saying it doesn't count because even if it's like a million people, there are still just one Smith.
So John Rice Davies as Gimli.
That still only counts as one.
That still only counts as one.
Yes. They're all Agent Smith copies. Like,
Yeah, like the most people he killed was like a dozen guards in the first movie, and whoever he killed in Resurrections, and that's it.
well, there's
'Cause-
also the other programs that he killed in the what do you call it, in the
Oh
Matrix
yeah,
Reloaded.
those were like 7 dudes though.
But okay, what about in the scene where he's racing through the city to find Trinity before she falls? All the freaking people and all the cars and
Yeah, he
collateral
probably
damage.
murdered like 100 people.
He probably murdered
100,000
them all.
people there. just rushing to get to Trinity.
Yeah, we don't get
So
to see
does
much of the
that
effects,
count?
but we see the man crash through New York like a bullet.
And you see, like, he's moving in slow-mo, but you see the tumbling of people and cars
Yeah.
and buildings tumbling behind
He
him.
had one real-life fight in the real world against Bane.
Right?
Yeah, that guy's
and
dead
they got
too, yeah.
bloody, and that's
Yeah.
when he's got his eyes popped and burned off.
I still-
Did that count?
Symbolism.
I still can't get over the fact that to this day, one of the people with the most like highest kill counts in like anime history is a 14-year-old boy with emotional problems.
Oh, right! Fucking Shinji from Evangelion. Let me
He
see
triggered
here.
no, he just straight up killed all of humanity, literally all of it during the end of Evangelion.
Oh, Adriana's got something here. She's saying John Wick was already a legend on killing before the movie
You know what?
started.
That's
supposedly.
right.
So out the movie, he has killed more. And what's her face? Kuritsuri's Mr. Anderson. John Wick shoots Agent Smith's head.
Yeah, that's it.
Pop.
You know what? Also, I think John Wick wins this one because his true name is Jordani Jonovich, and he's a JoJo character.
Ah!
My stand. What is your stand? It's called Gun. I mean-
Okay.
John Wick. But
All right, let's
Okay.
go ahead and move on.
We're
to-
showing our weeb flags, by
Yes,
the
we
way,
are.
folks. We're showing our anime
he's a
flag.
JoJo. He has to be like.
You're actually not wrong.
The- a single man-
Jonathan Jordanovich.
Yeah, like there you have it. Also, it's funny because Jordani is the name of my cousin.
Hey.
There we
One of my
Oh,
cousins
God.
is called Jordani. It's hilarious.
But what's his last name?
No, it's Kala. It doesn't count.
Ah.
But I fuck with him all the time because of that.
But that being said, let's go ahead and move on to some video gaming news. Angel, it's time for you to throw the gauntlet.
All right, let's talk about some cool shit happening in the world of video games. Nothing cool is happening in the world
God damn it!
right now.
Except
Time
for
for-
the game Stray has taken the world by storm.
It's a simple puzzle game where you play as a cat. You can complete the whole game in like 2 hours, by the way.
But
But
it's like the sweetest, most wholesome
listen.
game ever. We need wholesome.
Listen, you can hit O and make it meow on command. Like
I like
fuck it. Worth every point on that. Now then, let's talk about video games and what's going on in the world. You know what isn't going on in the world? People talking about Halo Infinite.
Well, that's because Halo Infinite kind of died on arrival.
Unfortunately, it seems that despite its best efforts, Halo Infinite has not quite died. Its corpse, bloated and maggot-infested, continues to drag itself through an increasingly long development process. Have you ever seen a game die off so fast from a franchise that big? When this game dropped on June 2021, it had over 100,000 concurrent players. As of today, it
Not
has
horrible.
about 3,400 concurrent players.
Ooh.
That is barely
What?
anything.
That's a 97% drop!
Even for the time that it has passed,
Ooh.
most Halo games get a hell of a lot more play than this. But yes, unfortunately, the game is just running into a non-stop deluge of problems that involve stuttering, broken VRR, crappy performance, bad graphics, no ray tracing, design on 2013 hardware, vertex warping, which by the way causes the shadows to behave like they're made of rubber, excessive crashes, bad netcode, desyncing, shit mouse support, animation pacing issues. This is on 4chan, by the way. You know they never lie about this.
4chan is where the truth goes to die also.
Yeah,
so-
but this is bad news, so you know they wouldn't lie about bad news.
Is there an actual article?
Oh yeah, no, I
wanna
found
link
it.
to
I'm gonna send that
I
to you
want
in
to
a
link it to
second.
folks who don't get their IPs stolen. If it's
I'll send it to you in a
When in
second.
doubt, Google is your friend.
Aside from that, we also have issues with animation dropping at 30 FPS, performance issues that require restarts, one biome, open world, negative aim assist, that's my favorite, and now, as the nice boys at the Video Games Chronicle BGC website have told me, we are having even bigger problems than we could have possibly imagined. Recently, Halo Infinite's multiplayer, because of course, is reportedly causing players to use 1 gigabyte of data per game. What?
What?
According to the boys at Video Games Chronicle, 343 is currently investigating an issue which is reportedly causing Halo Infinite to download massive amounts of junk data during every single multiplayer match. In some cases, almost 1 gigabyte. This was highlighted by a Twitter user called @NickMaystarR. Thank you kindly for your work.
And I'm going ahead and I'm sharing the article that Angel is referring to here.
Yep.
That way you guys can remember to read along with us, so you can follow along with this mad lad story here.
According to this Twitter user, after every single match, the game client would suddenly use between 305 to 900 megabytes of data. This caused some serious alarm, as playing the game for a few hours could unknowingly destroy your entire data cap in a single night. I I shit you not, they say. This
Give me
was
2 seconds, folks.
2 matches.
Go ahead.
You
Go
can
ahead.
see two 10 megabyte transfers. The rest was just the main menu. In response to this, the Halo support Twitter said the team is investigating reports of Halo Infinite downloading way too much data after a multiplayer match. An improvement for this issue is due to be included on August drop date.
Oh my God.
So we got a problem right now that if you play too much multiplayer, it will devour your data cap and completely fuck up your internet speed. So the solution for this is don't play the game until August.
But this
I
sounds
can't
like
handle this shit.
this sounds like a huge freaking disaster.
Yeah, predictably, many players reacted negatively, especially in the wake of several other issues that the game apparently has yet to fix. One user said, your game is becoming literally unplayable for some people because they can't financially cover the cost of data infinite that is taken up. This is probably one of the situations where I can safely say it's not good enough. Your game becomes literally unplayable for some people because they can't afford it. You gotta get this because it's only gonna get worse over time. And another user says, isn't this an urgent send fix out as soon as possible kind of thing? There's people out there that don't have landlines or transfer limits of 200 data per month. So 300 megabytes per match is a huge number. Just finishing your challenges will destroy all of my internet for a whole month.
Fuck!
Consider the following.
Like,
How long is a multiplayer match in Halo? How many minutes?
That depends on the actual match. It could go
It really
anywhere from
depends on
5
the
minutes
match,
to an
so-
hour.
So it can go from 5 minutes to an hour. Let's say that, the matches go fast and you play like 10 matches in like 3 hours.
I can't drink alcohol, so I'm downing this 0-calorie soda.
Down
this
away.
0 sugar soda. I'm
Down-
fucking
All right,
messed
down
up,
away
man.
while Angel explains the details.
So yeah, imagine that you play 10 matches of Halo multiplayer in like one day. Like it's just a whole day of you having fun playing Halo Infinite, and suddenly your internet doesn't work. Because in the process of doing this, by match 5, you downloaded so much junk data that your internet provider went, okay, listen, no.
All this junk data. So it begins to churn and accumulate.
Oh man, this is bad.
Oh yeah, and
Never fading.
another
Always accessible.
another Twitter user in response to Halo support goes, how soon in August? Because Halo is not paying my internet bill. Now, it is unclear if this issue will be fixed sooner once more players begin to notice the sharp uptick in network traffic, especially players that had the misfortune of bandwidth caps.
Now, this is something I want
Bunda, by the way, Bunda, I would love to take that advice, but you see, I need caffeine. It's the only drug that I could legally take aside from my Beatus medication.
We could just
Pretty
give him
much.
crack, but there's that whole thing about laws and legality.
All right, now
and
this actually leads
whatever.
to a conversation that I had with Angel before we streamed earlier today, because we talked about this personally, and the way that the Halo support is handling this situation feels very similar in comparison to. I'm going to bring it up in comparison to WWE 2K games. Their 2K support group hasn't been very responsive, like to the gamers who have reported issues with WWE 2K22. Like, they fixed the software patches, but like they've ignored all the other problems.
Yeah, no surprises there, unfortunately. And let's see here what's going on. Not only is that becoming worse, apparently there has been other issues with the game, including the problems with the desyncing, graphics, crashing, slowdown, that 343 has not fixed, including the desync issue. That's my favorite. Desyncing literally means that essentially your connection is not allowed to sync properly with the other player's connections, so you either go way too slow or you become Sonic. And you
So
start...
you mean to tell me, like, because your actions in the game can't sync up with what's happening in the server, you could either be stuck frozen in place
forever in time.
or you'll become like Florida man fucking super speeding and
Just fucking do like Goku and just...
creating chaos, leaving chaos and destruction
Pretty
made on your
much.
wake.
This has resulted in
Holy
some
shit.
in some hilarious stuff I read on Twitter of players going, yeah, somehow people can just shoot me through walls.
Oh my god, they're no clipping into the fucking game.
One of my personal favorites was my friend who, one of my cousins actually has the game, mentioned that at one point he caught a dude by surprise, unloaded a whole clip in his head. The guy turned around, shot him with a pistol, killed him immediately because the sync caused the pistol damage to increase, and then all the headshots register and he died too.
Oh, what
Oh
the fuck?
my god.
Oh my god, that's terrible. terrible.
Halo
can't with
Infinite
this
is
game.
currently
I
so.
thought Lawbreakers was bad.
Lawbreakers died before it could become this bad.
think
You're
the Halo-
right. No,
I-
good point.
I think the Halo games should have stopped at Halo 5 Guardians.
Yeah, they should have. They should
No,
have
they, you know what they should have done? They
stopped
should
at
have
3.
They should have stopped at 3, and if they were gonna continue with Halo games, have them make a final Halo 6 game and not be this stupid big MMO RPG.
But it's called
thing.
Infinite, as
No.
in pay us infinite money for it.
No. Learn to quit when you're behind,
You
folks.
mean infinite problems?
Yep, and once again, they remind us of the beautiful taste of fucking snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Right?
Now, the best part is, though, it is unclear what is causing this massive data spike. They don't even know what the hell's going on or what is happening.
You mean to tell me this has been going on for how long? Since June of last year?
And they couldn't pinpoint the problem, the source?
This whole time.
Yeah,
It's
no.
been over a year.
Nobody knows why this
Que
happened.
mierda es esto? What kind of bullshit is
No
this?
explanation. It just happened.
What
It
kind
is
of bullshit is
unclear.
this?
All right,
Some
folks.
speculate that it was caused by a game attempting to save the replayed footage to the match. However, some people have observed that the massive data takes place within a few minutes of the game starting. So this is happening before anything can be saved. Literally, the moment you start the multiplayer match, massive chunk of data has been downloaded for no reason.
All right. Well, folks, let us know in the comments right now. What do you think about all this mess with Halo Infinite? If you own the game, I feel very sorry for you.
I don't. You get what you paid for.
If you own the game, I suggest, I don't know, maybe pawn it online on eBay. Maybe someone will buy it from you.
There has to be something good to this game if people are still playing it, but it's amazing how 343 has done the complete opposite of what Bungie used to, and it feels like they have gone out of their way to shit on their own product. It's ridiculous. We sold you half of a game. We're gonna drip feed you the other half, and somehow the first half becomes worse by the day.
Funny that you should mention Bungie Studios.
Ah, shit.
Do you want to bring that up, or is this going to be one of those for another time things?
What are we talking about this time?
Well, our buddy the Act Man, the man who was silenced by YouTube because of an asshole claiming false shit on him and getting him booted off of YouTube and demonetized.
But he got his voice back.
And he got his stuff back.
The
He went
return
ahead-
of the king.
The king has returned. No, Actman actually put out this nice long 27-minute essay video on how Bungie is actually taking this one other YouTube asshole to court for the cool amount of like $7 million.
Christ.
Because the guy was originally uploading music from the Destiny video game soundtrack, and having it copyrights taken down. So he decided to get revenge on Bungie Studios by putting up a fake account and copyright claiming all the Destiny music from other YouTubers and from Bungie streams, copyright claiming them right back.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah,
That's
not something that. Okay.
Where's the logic here, and what did he think was going to happen to
let me
him when
put it
they
this
found
way.
out?
The guy was was trying to say in the lawsuit and the deposition that was given out, this guy was saying oh no, I only did this to expose the problem with YouTube's copyright. No, motherfucker, you are the problem with the copyright YouTube claiming, because for once, the big corporation being Bungie Studios isn't the bad guy in this one.
No.
If
They
you
were
want
actually following it to the letter of the law. Okay, this guy's just pulling up our music, putting it up, trying to get ad revenue off of it. Sorry, that's a no-go. We're taking it down. And even that wasn't enough, because YouTube was having a merry old time dragging their fucking feet and getting this whole thing resolved. And this motherfucker decided, I'm gonna fucking get my payback. Okay, for those of you who may or may not be theologians, the whole story of Jesus, going into the temple and chasing out the money changers with a whip.
He was really pissed about that.
Okay, if you actually reread that, he made the whip first. Do you know how long it takes to braid leather
He
into
was
a
literally
bullwhip?
just going, I'm gonna beat some ass.
He was.
Yeah.
He
I
went.
swear to that. You guys.
He
you are
went
look-
He
Hang
was
on,
just
let me
very
bless
quietly-
this whip before
he was
I
just
do
very
it.
quietly. He was very quietly and very patiently, deliberately braiding threads of leather in order to make a bull whip, and then wrecked everyone's shit.
fear the
take-
anger of a gentleman.
Now take that and reverse it. This asshole was deliberately working to take the Bungie back down for copyright striking him by making fake email address, by putting down fake copyright claims against Bungie on behalf of Bungie.
That literally makes no sense.
No.
Like, if you wanted to point out an error to Bungie, go, hey guys, listen, I found this problem over here that can be used to do bullshit. You might want to fix it. This is okay.
But
this is like
instead,
going,
yeah.
hey, I found a flaw in the security system of your bank. No, this is I stole 20 million for your bank. By the way, there's a flaw.
$7.6 million is the
Jesus,
number,
man.
by
Yeah,
the way.
this guy's getting wrecked.
This guy is getting right. Oh my
He's
god.
never going to financially
He's
recover.
never going to financially recover.
I'm going to
from
go
it.
ahead and share the Actman's
Please
video.
do.
Share it in the
the
chat,
co-
please, and let us know, folks, what your thoughts are. Let me take a
Yeah.
look here.
I see.
Hang-
Like, could it somebody say like Jesus blotting pain?
yes.
Let he
Jesus
who
is
is without
plotting
sin beat the first ass. Now,
Is
Folks,
that
forget-
is that where the real Passion of the
actually,
Christ
no.
is?
yes.
Like, and folks need to remember, Jesus. If you actually take his name and retranslate it back from Aramaic or whatever, was Yusuf.
Yeah.
Was Yeshua.
Yeah.
Right.
Joshua.
And Joshua, and son of Joseph. Right.
So he's Joshua
He's-
Joseph.
Yeshua Joseph.
Jojo.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Nazarene, was the first JoJo.
Funny you should mention that because in,
Uh,
funny you should mention that because
on,
in
let
part
Angel
7, it's actually confirmed what you just said. Like, yeah, he was a JoJo. He was
What?
Yeah.
We were just a meme.
No, that's not a meme.
No,
What?
In part 7
it's
of
real.
JoJo, Steel Ball Run, it takes place during a cross-country race during the beginning years of the United States to recover the parts of his corpse. Because if you get them, if you install them into your body, you get a stand. And if you put them all together, you obtain the power of his stand. Ticket to Ride. However,
Holy shit.
there is a problem.
What's the problem?
The power of Jesus allowed him to grant blessings and, fortune upon others.
Yeah.
But because the human body, the human soul is imperfect, they cannot understand his greatness. However, with Ticket to Ride, you bring fortune onto yourself by redirecting misfortune somewhere else.
So it's basically Domino from the X-Men, like
Yes.
a probability manipulation.
Yes, so the antagonist of part 7, Funny Valentine, the president of the United States, wants to combine his stand D4C, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, with Ticket to Ride
Clever.
to essentially, the idea is
Oh God, am I?
the power of Jesus brings me fortune and brings fortune to those who are connected to me. As the president, that literally means I will bring fortune to the entire country at the expense of the rest of the world. For the sake of my nation, I will sacrifice the entire world
One nation under JoJo.
with liberty and justice for all.
We're all sons of the Patriots now.
No, that's literally what happened. He literally, and yeah, he's 100% convinced. He's so convinced, he nearly convinces the main character to side with him at the end of the manga. He's that good. Because his words and actions are utterly unclouded. You know why?
Why?
For those are the ones of justice. And only beautiful, pure things are drawn
Hounds
to
of
the
justice.
corpse.
Hounds of justice.
And by combining D4C with Ticket to Ride, I will evolve my stand to its final level. Behold, Love Train.
God
Oh my
damn
God.
it!
All right, let's go ahead and move on.
right,
We've
yes,
got 15
I know
minutes
you-
left on the
I know you
program.
got more stories here,
Angel,
Angel.
do you
Yes,
have
I
more
do.
stories? Because
So,
we're going to move on from the
don't ever tell me the-
stinker of
So,
Halo Infinite.
you mentioned WWE 2K22.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It already went on sale.
Yeah, I know that.
Ah,
No, I
yeah.
mean that it already went from $60 to $20.
What?
Where? Because I Google searched online and it was like $40 at Walmart or GameStop.
That's because it's Walmart.
That's because it's GameStop, you hobo.
Yeah.
You get these guys nickel and dime their own employees. You really think the
WWE
consumer has a chance?
WWE
Meme
2K22 just arrived in March, but according to Greenman Gaming, is already listing the game at a huge price cut. Fans on the PC can save $21 on their purchase from now until April the 9th. Now, while the game is significantly better than the other game in the series, it might be worth picking up now. But yeah, that shit dropped from 60 to 39 in less than a couple of months.
Holy shit, dude.
Holy shit.
In
Send me
other
the link
news-
on that. Come on.
Of course. I'm sending you all the links real
Send
quick.
me all of them.
This
Send
is
all
a
the links,
shorty.
but yeah, no. I'm curious. Like, this is very curious, considering that I was actually personally contemplating purchasing a PS4 copy.
I do believe
of
my little brother
2K22.
already knocked on the door. Somebody please go open that.
I
for
will
him.
go open
Yeah,
the
go
things.
open the door. But yeah, no, I was personally contemplating on getting that game because I had fun with 2K19, and I've heard nothing but good things about 2K22, apart from the bugs and issues that they have.
Oh no,
But
the bugs are the best part. Seeing my character become a fucking geometric monstrosity that defies all physics isn't fun to you?
Oh yeah, no, of course it's fun, but like I'm sure it's fun for some people. But
It is. Now let's talk about some shitty things.
go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about NFTs again because we're not done giving you bad ideas. To begin
boy,
with,
NFTs.
before the NFTs, it appears that Naughty Dog has decided to nickel and dime its players one more time by re-releasing Naughty Dog's The Last of Us Part 1 on the PS5 at the cost of $69.99.
Bullshit!
What?
Oh yeah, they made a
Fuck that
big
shit,
deal
man.
about the fact that they are refining the gameplay and fightening the graphics, and because
Wow, Bunda won't drop it. He's like, you know why the price dropped? Because there's no Hulk Hogan in it.
Hulk Hogan is in 2K22.
yeah, that's why the price dropped. In
That's
the first
why
place.
it dropped, because they gotta cut it down, brother.
So yeah, no, Naughty Dog has decided that they are going to play the worst card possible, the disabled card. They are claiming that the reason why the game has higher costs is because they are trying to add accessibility options like bigger subtitles or graphic options to make it easier for people with vision problems. And that sounds pretty good until you realize that they made the fucking game. They have access to the code, and all these accessibility options could be very easily put on a day one DLC patch. So the fact that they're using disabled people as a shield to nickel and dime their customers is a special kind of fucking disgusting.
That is fucking disgusting.
This is the reason
Where's
why
the article for that? You didn't give me that.
Send
I'll
it to
find
Juan.
it when I
Send
do. I'm gonna send it back to you, and that's the reason why Soccer Punch's Ghost of Tsushima kicked their asses all over the place when The Last of Us 2 came out. Now,
Thank God for that.
as for the actual news, the Epic Store, Epic Games, once again remind us why they keep losing to Steam. They will not ban NFT games in response to Minecraft's stance, said by Team Sweeney. Recently, Minecraft and Steam, to a lesser extent, said, yeah, we're not touching that crap. That
If
is
you guys remember,
that is garbage.
like,
We're not touching
even
that.
though NFTs are the future, bruh,
Bruh.
because they're on the blockchain, bruh.
Oh,
Like,
no,
okay,
no, no, no,
we
no.
here at the Ravens flock believe that NFTs
Are bullshit.
pretty much.
Yes.
I get it. You're trying to cut me down on time because we're low on time.
No, I'm not
no
trying
one-
to cut you down. I'm trying to compliment you by agreeing with you that
But-
NFTs are bullshit.
Yeah, they're bullshit and they're wasting money. They're wasting people's time. They're bad for the environment. We don't think people ought to be getting any involved in it. And I'm sorry if you already are, but like, which is why Mahjong and Microsoft Studios and Steam. Mahjong, by the way, is the publisher of Minecraft, the largest selling game of all time. They went ahead and looked at NFTs, said, "No, we're good. We don't
We're
need that.
good.
Thanks.
No. Thank you though. No,
Unfortunately,
Epic Games.
the Epic Store, in its obsessive zeal to compete with today's industry, and try to, not satisfied with having probably one of the worst fucking clients in the world and one of the worst designs in their website,
Can't with these guys.
Epic boss Tim
can't
Sweeney has said that the company will not ban the sale of games featuring NFTs on the Epic Games Store platform, claiming that it's wrong to interfere with how developers make their games. The Microsoft-owned studio behind Minecraft stated that they have no plan to support NFTs in the game, in an article which has been celebrated by many players, because, let's be honest, the last thing I want to do is to put, like, fucking digital business in my game.
We don't like. There's no such fucking thing as digital scarcity. Like, okay, you got a cool skin. Guess what? Right click, save as, done.
Whoops.
It's mine now.
Sweeney was asked by a Twitter user
It's
if
stopping
Epic
me.
would be taking a similar stance, and he responded by saying, developers should be free to decide how to build their games, and you are free to decide whether to play them. He's basically saying in many words, if you don't like it, don't play it. Well, guess what, buddy? I believe stores
That'll end well.
and
Right.
operating system makers should not interfere by forcing their views onto others. We definitely won't. That's not abuse, stupid. That's a business practice. NFTs are unique, non-interchangeable units of data stored in a decentralized ledger called a blockchain.
The blockchain, bro.
Bruh. Which allows
Bruh.
users to buy and sell digital assets as such in-game items or artwork.
It's the future, bro.
When asked later in a thread how the standard would be held against the company wishing to publish hateful content on the Epic platform, Sweeney clarified that the company does hold editorial guidelines, but NFTs don't fall afoul of them. Translation, if it makes us money, we don't give a fuck.
Oh my god!
So,
Of course,
again,
it all comes
discarding
down to the.
morality for the sake of cash. Sorry.
Yep,
Yep.
it all comes down to the dollar.
A
Good
store...
City's over here asking.
Sorry, you finish the article and then I'll get to the chat.
A store chose to make no such judgments to host anything that's legal, or choose to draw the line at mainstream acceptable norms as we do, or accept only games that conform to the honest benefit, he said, explaining why the controversial technology will not be banned outright. Mojang's statement on Wednesday explained that NFT technology would constitute a violation of the Minecraft usage guidelines. They said, to ensure that Minecraft players have a safe and inclusive experience, blockchain technology is not permitted to be integrated inside our client and server applications, nor may Minecraft in-game content like worlds, skins, personal items or other mods be used in the blockchain technology to create a digital asset. Creating NFT collectible values that players could buy or earn could run against Minecraft's value of creative inclusion and playing together. After all, you can't play together if somebody's just selling you shit. And could create a
Thank
scenario
you.
that has some have-nots in it.
Thank the hell out of you.
According to Game Developers Conference annual State of Game Industry, which has over 2,700 developers at the work, 70% of those surveyed say that they have no interest in putting NFTs in their games. Sales of NFTs have dropped at a 12-month low in June amid a broader slowdown of cryptocurrency market, which recently fell in worth from 3 trillion to under 1 trillion, and here's to hoping it goes to fucking zero.
Well, good
Here's
on
fucking
them for
hoping.
not. Well, good on them for not drinking that NFT Kool-Aid.
So yes, it appears that in an interview of over 2,700 game developers, 70% of them said, "No, we're not touching
no,
that shit."
we
Because
we're good.
even
We're
if you had a tangible benefit to them, there is so much. Okay, imagine if you will that the actual value of an NFT is a tiny nugget of gold, right? I want you to wrap that gold in shit, just a big turgid pile of shit. Then wrap that gold in a plastic bag and tell people you can get this gold, but you must huff in as many fumes as you can before you can grab it with your hands. Also, at any point during the process, somebody can steal your wallet. That's the NFTs for me.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Bruh.
I like my wallet where it is. Thank you very much.
Nice and safe. Safe and
Please.
sound like that song in the radio.
Oh my God. Thank you, by the way,
so
Kurotsuni.
much. Oh, thank you.
Thank you for that. They're saying, please don't bust your ass, Juan. You're too good looking to fall. I won't bust my ass, but I appreciate that.
You
No,
don't
like,
understand. His beauty comes from the stress lines. They mark his face like the weather aging of like the Grand Canyon.
it's true. That's why Jose's so baby-faced behind these bespectacled glasses over here.
You
got
can
no
try and
stress.
take them off, but they're glued on. See, Angel, go ahead and try to take them off. There, you see?
He's
you can't do it.
stress-free.
Right, he really
That's because
did.
I take out all the stress for him.
Right. So
And
that.
for Angel. That's why he's so baby-faced, too. Look at him.
What can I say? It is filled with the charm and beauty of knowing that I have no problems in my life because my opinions are not opinions. They're
Yes, they
correct.
are.
Forever correct.
God damn
Everlasting. See, you're trying to fight against
Oh
the current.
my
I'm telling you the
God.
sky is blue and you're screaming at me that it's red.
No, you're the one who's saying the sky is like plaid. and I'm
These are the
saying,
people
no,
I
it's
work
not.
with.
It's clearly observably blue, and you said, but I believe it's plaid, therefore
But
it is plaid.
Juan,
I'm
it-
like telling you, no, it's not. It's actually blue. There's a
Juan.
science and there's an explanation behind it.
But the science is there. You see, plaid is made of squares, right?
Stop it!
Plaid is made of squares. Isn't
No!
It? Plaid
Stop!
is a pattern made of squares.
One,
That's
you,
not how this works.
one, you
But
did
what
start
is
this.
reality if not building blocks?
No, no, no. What reality is? Reality is a common consensus from shared delusions of humanity.
The fact
We're
that
all
you call-
sharing one delusion. It's called reality. That's what reality is.
But how can it be a delusion if I can smell it so clearly? Oh wait, no, that's your wife's cooking.
That's
It's
my wife's
delicious.
cooking.
That is also a square.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, I mean the actual molecule of certain parts of the stew is made of a square. It's pretty cool. You should see it sometime.
It's not stew. We're making lobito saltado.
Oh, okay, never mind. There must be like a triangle in there. Sorry about that.
Oh my God, I'm gonna slap this.
But
guy.
yes, please tell me, gentlemen, what do you think of these shenanigans? Why is the Epic Store shooting its feet so badly? They haven't stopped pulling the trigger for a while. It's getting weird.
It's getting weird, and you know, at this point, like, first of all, like I said, kudos on those who are not drinking the Kool-Aid of NFTs, and yes, I'm with Angel on this one. I'm hoping that the dollar value goes down to zero.
God, I
because
hope it.
Who the fuck thought it was a great idea to start NFTs in the fucking first
No, here's
place?
the thing.
Somebody who knew they could get away with making money.
No,
out
no,
of
no,
it.
no, no. Here's what's up. The actual technology behind blockchains and NFT technology and cryptocurrency, in and of itself, is an innovation. The problem is what happens when you have hucksters and swindlers and shady fucks getting a hold of that technology to their own shallow, greedy ends.
Okay.
That's the problem.
So the technology is
And-
not the problem, but it's the shady people that
Yeah.
use it for their own selfish
Imagine,
needs.
if
Exactly.
you will, that we
And-
discovered. Okay, imagine if you will that we invented that we discovered like a nuclear power, and we did literally nothing except make nukes with it.
Unfortunately, that's exactly it.
I think we have a few minutes, and I think that
like-
someone is asking something.
Kurotsuri is asking if we heard anything about the sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Well, we heard of it, and the trailer was pretty cool, but sadly, nothing else has been revealed besides the usual. Honestly, the most exciting thing that was revealed right now was Sonic Frontiers. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
far, all we know
Zelda
for a
2,
fact
we got
is
the
that
trailer. It looks pretty cool. I think Link has a devil bringer now. It's
Sky
his
Islands
arm's
have been-
kind of fucked up.
Let's see. Breath of the Wild 2 Sky Islands have big implications for horseback riding. Yay.
Well, if it's Sky Islands, does that mean that it's going to be connected somehow to Skyward Sword?
Probably.
Something like that. You know what? We're actually going to go ahead and look into that properly. And on our next episode, we're going to try to have details ready because if I'm not mistaken, this stuff is coming out as it is. And
Nintendo ninjas don't kill me on the way here.
actually, no, there should be a Nintendo Direct soon, isn't there?
When? Hang on.
Or someone's doing a direct.
A digital event like
Well,
they
here's
like
the
to call it.
hoping. One thing's for certain is that all the fans of the Legend of Zelda franchise will be on Cloud 9 when the game arrives.
Yes.
Ah, Sky.
That's the worst thing I ever heard.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we have a few minutes. So I guess I'll make a couple of announcements right now before we wrap up the program. Just to remind you folks, we will be in attendance for Tampa Bay Comic-Con on Saturday, July 30th at the downtown Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida. It's another one of the
Quit
biggest.
saying
Ah,
downtown
shit. It got
Tampa.
canceled.
What?
The digital event for Nintendo's E3 was canceled for 2022.
Oh.
Wait, no, that was a while ago. Never mind. This is old news.
Okay, good.
Yeah, forget about it. We don't know
No,
anything
you're fine.
yet.
You're fine. That being said, yeah, no. As far as our shows go, please tune in. Actually, Juancho, let me ask you a question. Where could folks watch you here on this channel, on your show? Because I want you to hype you.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can actually talk without being glared at for cutting you off. Awesome.
I haven't been
Great.
glaring at
You've
you.
been glaring. You think I can't see the tears behind the mask? I can see them.
Kill me.
Go on. Go
All
on.
right. Okay, so real quick, folks. If you're first time watchers of the Ravens Flock or first time viewers of the Ravens Flock, you'll know that we each have our own individual show along with our group show here as the Ravens Flock. My personal show is the Black Files. It's a late night program. It's Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. As you can see here on the Ravens Flock, we tackle multiple subjects and we have our own takes and different opinions. On the Black Files, though, I go in on one subject. I can either have you guys joining me with commentary, or we sometimes have special guests, or we sometimes open up the phone lines to you guys. And that's where we actually go ahead and dig in deep. That's where we actually go ahead and actually try to cut down to the heart of the matter. That's what we... Why are you pantomiming? What the fuck is wrong with you?
He's digging deep.
I get it. You're you know what you need to do? You need to do like bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo-bo, and you need to use your nose hairs and use those as your power.
We
because they're
can't.
staring a hole into my brain. The point
We're
we're
digging
making
to
is
the rock bottom and we still haven't gotten there
the
yet.
Black Files is if you want to just focus on one story and you want a deep dive, that's where you come in. I lead the way. I go ahead and keep us focused on one topic, and we try to go into the truth of the matter. Sometimes we do a review of conventions. Sometimes we do a review of movies or video games or something like that. Other times we'll have interviews with people. Other times we'll just be talking shit about some crazy-ass motherfuckers. Like fucking Amber Heard, fucking Ezra Miller. Those two just absolute winners.
The organizers of Autistic Tiger.
Yeah, no, that piece of shit guy. Yeah,
There's just bad people in
there's
general. we
bad
gotta
people,
deal with.
and I'm there to tear them down to size. So that's the Black Files, Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch.
Hells yeah. And, of course, for any wrestling fans out there, as Juan mentioned, we each host a show. My show is Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch, where I review WWE NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. And on next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, I will be covering the upcoming TV special of AEW's Fight for the Fallen.
Huh.
And for the record, and since and we're not trying to call anybody out, but I'm totally calling everybody out. For the last time, Hassan Terrell, I know you're watching. We don't cover Raw, SmackDown, or AEW Dynamite. We never have. We never will. That's not part of the show. Please remember.
We're too raw to
No, we
cover the
do-
raw.
like, for Wrestle
No, they're on
Rewind.
separate nights, and I just don't have the time to actually, watch.
We're busy watching important, like, adult shit like Cartoon Network.
And porn.
Yeah, more to the point, there's
Yes.
already enough YouTubers talking about Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. We're like Jose covers. There's a story behind it. Originally, he started off with just doing between NXT and NXT UK, but then AEW came out, so he rebranded his program as the Wednesday Night War between NXT and Dynamite. The Wednesday Night War ended, and Jose decided to expand on that and actually rename it as Wrestle Rewind by having NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. That way, you can have a full viewing on stuff, and that way you can actually have a little more build-up and seeing a little more variety in your professional wrestling diet.
Absolutely. Part of these reviews, I'll be covering the best and the worst of all the shows, including matches and angles.
It's all terrible.
Actually, kind of, but
It's all
actually
different
also not
varieties
really.
of terrible, but some terrible is so terrible that it warps around to being fucking amazing.
You have
I know. Yeah, pretty much.
You have segments on NXT where you literally have a mobster gabagool guy with this
Gabagool,
paisanos,
stunad,
paisanos,
paisano.
It's a cyst, Tony. How many times I gotta tell you about the cyst?
and you have people on Impact.
I gotta give you the
Wrestling.
recipe again.
You have the people on Impact Wrestling who, I shit you not, teleport into different ethereal planes. There's a girl.
Yes.
Oh my wamo.
No, there's a
Sin
chick
Deiru.
who's a wrestler. She goes by the name of Havoc. She's a mean, bad bitch. But apparently, her defeat against a Russian girl, I kid you not, whose name is Masha Slamovich, was so terrible that Havoc's persona was completely wiped away.
And
she
she's
simply-
now Jessica.
She just goes by Jessica.
Wow, she literally got face heel turned.
No, Angel. That's
heel
not what.
first turn.
No, Masha
Not even-
Slamovich beat
She
the
beat the
supernatural-
heel
the
out of her.
supernatural out of her.
So Jessica's probably still a heel. She just beat the supernatural powers out of her.
Yeah, and as far as AEW, well, they already
So
have
is
theirs.
it like that
All we
scene
have
in the
to do
Dragon
is
Ball
point at
movie
the-
when that guy punched Goku in the nuts so hard that he stopped being a Super Saiyan for a while.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
How
All we
many
have to-
how
all we
many
have to-
interviews were interrupted in AEW?
All of them.
Yeah.
Cut the shit, Tony.
There's
Cut the
not
shit.
there's not a single interview in WWE that has ever been completed.
That's
Not a
that's-
single one.
That's
No,
AEW.
No, we're
Oops.
talking AEW.
No, there has not been a single AEW interview. There's only been interruptions.
But so you know, we're not the only ones with our own individual show. If you were watching earlier today, our boy Angel Mendez was hosting Los Amigos Play.
All
Tell
right,
everyone
Angel, go
about it.
hype yourself.
I like to play video games. Sometimes I like to comment on the video games I play. And sometimes these two Choco Fox over here comment on the video games that you enjoy. If you like me watching me playing video games, and I know that I like it because I am me, and you should like it too, please feel free to join us at 5 p.m. every Saturday, about a couple hours before the show begins. We do a bit of trolling, we do a bit of gaming, we do a bit of gamer words. Information? Perhaps. But the greatest treasure of all is knowledge. So feel free to join us as we play video games, impart knowledge upon you, and peanut butter delicious commentary from the gallery.
Yeah, and of course, tune in to our main.
I know it's supposed to be peanut gallery, but I'm hungry. Give me a break.
No, you're
Well,
good.
dinner is almost ready.
Dinner's
but
almost right.
I know, I
And
blame
of
your
course,
wife.
tune in to our main show right here on this program, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, where us, the three kings, Los Tres Reyes, we are
The
here.
motley crew of nerds, the
We-
three assholes in front of a camera.
We are here every Saturday night to talk with you about all the circulating news that's been going around in our giant bubble of nerd and geek culture. And we're here to talk with you, every single one of you that's tuned in right now, that's commenting right now on the chat. And everything that we do on this program, from multiple shows to covering conventions to interviewing special guests to hosting panels to hosting quarter annual subathons, everything that we've been doing is all part of our determination from 2013 to make your voice our mission. Now, with that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you, folks, very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we break down the latest news in geek culture, pop culture, nerd culture, cosplay communities, pro wrestling, video game news, comic news, movie news, everything in between, as we strive, as we have been ever since 2013, to make your voice our mission. Tune in as we come to you live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Remember to hit the subscribe and follow button and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content, and join us on the live chat so that we can make sure that you're a part of the conversation as well. And as we said, if you're in the Tampa Bay area or if you plan on attending, come try and find us next Saturday at Tampa Bay Comic-Con. And we'll be, and we're definitely going to be live streaming from the convention. And if we have enough energy and chutzpah afterwards, we'll give you another bit of round of fun and excitement to come after the show. Until next time, though, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online. And of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition here at our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens flock, and we are out.